And we are live. Welcome, everybody. It is Saturday evening here in New Zealand. It's a fine, lovely weather. And we're here with Grand Platypus Open Light. I'm, of course, JettAlyx, and with me, the wonderful Light VIP. Hello, how are you doing?
What's up, Jets? We're here, and is this your first time casting GPO?
Yes, this is my first GPO.
Ooh, okay, nice. I'm excited. Even though we casted his tournament last week, we didn't get to cast one of these players, so I'm ready to get into him.
Yeah.
Into it. Sorry.
Yeah. An interesting way to phrase that.
Look, I want to get all up in on him. Okay, that's what I want.
And of course, him being Demi.
Oh
the man
boy.
himself. We casted his tournament last week. It was a good time, and here we are.
Yeah, as all things should be. Last week, of course, we ended up with the TVT, but here there's only one Terran. It's okay. We're safe. We're safe.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we're here with a very spicy matchup for the first match of the day. It is, of course, JusticeSimon in the top left, in the red. How did I mess up the intro? We're here on one of the new maps. It is a light shade, the opposite of nightshade. LE. Of course, we have a player here representing Archangel Gaming. It is the Protoss player from a country I don't remember. Of course, it is JusticeSimon.
I thought that Yaku had the weirdest transitions, but alright. Okay.
Listen, I'm not warmed up today. I've been playing Minecraft all day, you know.
Oh,
mining.
good. But yeah, I'm excited. This is the first time because here we are spawning in on Lightshade LE. It feels a little bit weird saying it. But we have the Indian Zerg player representing Downfall Gaming. It is Demi.
Yes, of course, the shark himself on a map that it's just the layout of Nightshade, isn't it? Like, looking at it, it's just the Nightshade layout, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Like
very close to Nightshade.
Yeah.
Different, slightly different. Just the colors changes and a couple of ramps are different, but yeah, it's pretty much identical to Nightshade in layout.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if the same person who made this made Nightshade. I hope so. Yeah, I think it was Maras. But yeah, it'd be quite fitting, I guess. Question mark. We'll see if this holds up to Nightshade, because Nightshade was like a pretty standard map back in the day.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just like bog standard, nothing special. Yeah. This should be pretty standard, except for the there's a pylon over there, and not that place you normally would put it. It's a Stargate.
Yeah. Okay, so JusticeSimon already spicing things up here in game number 1, and JusticeSimon, of course, he has solidified himself as top 2 in Vietnam, just behind Mio Micah. And these two have a bit of history. They've gone back and forth, in the past. Demi, of course, is the more accomplished player, but JusticeSimon, especially in recent times, has been really ramping up and doing better and better.
Yeah, hang on. I just need to throw out a message real quick.
All good. But if you recall, JusticeSimon actually made it to the semis in the Demi C Weekly, and he actually took Demi out in that tournament.
Yeah, he took Demi himself out of his own tournament. He's not taking his own money. He's not keeping that in his pocket, The classic. Yeah. I'm kind of sad we didn't manage to cast that, but, it's just how the bracket went.
Yeah, right? Even after, we were getting ready for the semis, I'm like, all right, Demi, we're ready for you. He's like, I didn't make it through. What?
What? JusticeSimon took him out. Here he is. Round 1 of the Grand Platypus Open, flying in with a very quick Oracle. Due to the proxy, obviously. He's a couple queens, gonna push him back. He's out of there.
Yeah. So far, literally zero damage done, zero anything done with this Oracle. But there is a second Oracle on the way as well. So once they unite, once they join forces, they can like dive in and get some decent drone kills.
One-shot drones, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's going for a robo follow-up.
Yeah, so far nothing too crazy coming out from JusticeSimon other than this proxy. Oh my god, he's actually getting a third Oracle.
Oh, he's going disco. He's going disco ball mode. Like it's like sicko mode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but disco ball mode. Where you're a disco ball.
Yeah. He's going full 80s on Demi.
He's going full 80s, but he does get spotted. You know, I don't think he was spotted before. That Ling did just show up and kind of find it though, and he's gonna go try and intercept these. I think. No, he's just going forward to get some creep. But there are Lings streaming into the third base and probably into the natural if the wall isn't good. Good.
Okay, yep, the wall is good, but you know the third base is a little bit vulnerable. We'll see if he goes in. But oh my god, Jesus! Look how many drones are going down.
That's a lot of drones. 7, if I count correctly, from the number shown to me by WCS Gameheart. It's quite a few. Yeah. I forgot how bad it is to lose lots of drones to harassment like this until I played those customs with Yaku earlier to learn the maps. Every game I would lose 8 drones because I would defend the Hellions and forget about the the Liberator. Yeah. And I would always be 8 drones down, and it hurts when you're going for mutas.
Yeah, definitely. Jesus, especially if you're going. I imagine you were going for like 2-base muta or something. Like,
no. Okay. I meme about 2-base muta. I don't actually play it. I just go for a standard like 3-base fast muta. Yeah, so like I'll go on 4 gases at around like 3.5-4 minutes. Around the time my lair starts, I'll go to 4 gases. Then I get oh
my god!
How much HP? Literally one. Literally one.
What? I thought for sure one of the oracles was gonna go down. Jesus.
Yeah, that was dead. That control. That was kind of nutty.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. That was close.
Yeah, again, we're seeing JusticeSimon like he's a solid player, and even in the chat before the tournament started, a lot of the players were talking about it. DreamHack Winter was announced less than a day ago. Like people,
yeah, it's so soon.
Yeah. You know, ESL could be criticized for the amount of short notice, but
yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. But it's happening, you know, and all these players they're getting ready for it.
Yeah, and if they managed to organize it without any hiccups, then that's impressive, considering how little time there's been between. But I think the players, if anything, are the ones that should be concerned about this because, you know, tournaments can be quite intense, especially something as long form as DreamHack, and you know, going like less than a month from the end of the last like tournament. Straight to the he gets one. He could chase through the other 2 and save the hatch, but it's not got a lot of health.
Yeah, I mean, JusticeSimon, he can pressure this later on. Like, as you said, the hatchery is not going to have a lot of health, but, you know, that did also waste a lot of the attention of those oracles, and Demi, he's doing Demi things.
Yeah, that is, those are JettAlyx.
Oh my god.
Boy, Demi, let's go. Any Demi stands in the chat? Let's go.
I love it.
And
like,
Demi.
This is why I miss casting Demi. Like, even before this, like, I don't really get to cast GPO. Like, I don't get to cast Demi, and he's great. Like, I miss
He's
him.
a great player to watch. Ooh, that overseer, he's vibing.
Yo, these Sky units, they just don't want to die.
Yeah, nothing wants to kill him. Like I said, they're vibing.
Vibe is the Zerg player.
No, he's a random player.
I guess. And
well, he plays all 3 and also random. But he was a Zerg when he was a pro player.
Yeah, and already JusticeSimon, he lost the War Prism, so Demi getting some value with these Mutalisks, but the Mutas aren't really going to do too much here against all these Archons.
Yeah, there's too many Archons here for Mutas to do a lot of damage, because Archons kind of melt Mutas if you don't magic box them correctly.
Oh yeah.
They just died to the splash. I think a magic box is good against Archons, right? Or is the splash too big?
You can magic box Archons.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you can do it for Thors. I just don't remember if Archons are the same splash.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I don't think there's enough mutas, and I mean, Demi, he isn't investing any more in the mutas. We have Hydra's on the way. Lurker then just finished up as well.
Yep, he's going for the current meta way to fight, you know, this type of Protoss army, which is just just a ton of lurkers. Like we've seen like Raynor, Serral, Scarlet, all the top like non-Korean Zergs have been doing it. I haven't really followed the Korean Zergs with the ZvP meta. I'm not sure if they're going for lurkers. Like heavy into lurkers, like the North American and European Zergs have been. But yeah, that seems to be the play. Some very good trades here.
Yeah, I think what's important is that the Archon count is being thinned out, which is quite nice, but there's a lot of Zealots here, a lot of Stalkers, and the Zerg army is getting smaller and smaller.
It sure is light. He is reinforcing with Lings and Roaches at the moment, which, while good at trading, will not last long if, you know, he just keeps inflating his supply with them. So we'll have to see how this fight goes. A blink back away from the Mutalisks into a better position, but... And Zealous coming in from the back, gonna get a pretty nice round here.
Oh yeah,
army.
The Zealot flank was actually so good, distracting the majority of the Zerg army, but in saying that, there's only 2 mortals left and they don't have that much health.
Yeah, it's mostly gateway units here, and the drone's gonna be pulled at the front to buffer for the beefier boys in the Roaches and Ravagers. Warping here, gonna get a few more Archons. Going to be another attempt at the push here into the 3rd base, or the 4th.
Yeah. The Archons, they're so important, like, to also soak up a bunch of damage here, and JusticeSimon, like, he feels like he's kind of all in right now. I say that he is taking another base behind this, but he hasn't dealt too much damage to Demi.
Yeah, he's been trading with the army. He's been trading out not as efficiently as he could be, and hasn't done a lot of damage. He's mostly just kind of butting his head in at this like choke point between the 4th and 3rd. I've seen this in a lot of maps. One that comes to mind is
Ice and Chrome?
Yes, Ice and Chrome is one of them. This is a good spread here from Demi, but these Archons doing quite a lot of damage. His Link back, trying to get a better position.
Yeah, but the problem is Demi, now he's got lurkers and...
Yeah, the Lurkers are just way too much. And there's game 1.
Wow, JusticeSimon, he kept trying to break Demi there at his 3rd base, and a couple of times it looked like he was getting close. Like the hatchery itself was burning, question mark, as in it was almost dying. But yeah, it was Demi. He just had enough to hold on.
Yep, he did get out of there. Yeah. What was the map? It was in the 2019 BlizzCon pool, the big macro one that lasted a long time.
Eternal Overgrowth?
No, 2019 BlizzCon. I keep forgetting. It starts with an A.
Ascension to Ire?
That wasn't in BlizzCon. Let me look it up. 2019 BlizzCon. SE2 map. I'm actually kind of curious now. No, not season 2. WCS Global Finals. Acropolis, that's the one.
Ah, Acropolis, yes, of course.
Yeah, that space between the 4th and 3rd where there's a little bit of high ground and a ramp going out of the 4th. Yeah, that's sort of like a position where you try and push in, but you can get pinched by from reinforcements from the 4th, and you know, the army of the 3rd. I don't know. I've seen that in a lot of maps, but the one I remember the most is Acropolis, that like little high ground platform. It's interesting, very very difficult to push into, because of the fact you can get, you know, split up like that.
Yeah,
By reinforcements from the 4th, but also needed to know whether your opponent's pushing in to split your army like that. You know?
Yeah. I'll also say, can you move your mic a little bit closer? A little bit closer.
I'll turn the gain up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
There we go. How's that?
Oh, better.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, here we go. As we spawn in here, the Pillars of Gold LE. The gold pillars. There's pillars, trust me. I've been yelled at that there are no pillars, and they are wrong. There's a pillar. Right there. There's another one. Got it. Anyway, spotting the top right-hand corner of the map. In the red. These Vietnamese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Vietnamese. I need to remember these countries better. The Vietnamese Protoss player playing for Archangel Gaming. Down 0-1 in the series. It is, of course, JusticeSimon.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Indian Zerg player representing Downfall Gaming. It is Demi.
Alright, no shenanigans so far. You know, we're not going to see like a proxy gate or anything like that. I don't think between the two of these players. I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah,
entirely possible.
I mean, to be fair, in the last game on Lightshade, I don't think the proxy Stargate did poorly for JusticeSimon. I feel like he did some decent damage with it.
It was pretty decent, yeah. You know, getting those the three articles was interesting, but it was quite effective, honestly. More effective than I would have thought.
Yeah, definitely. And it was more like JusticeSimon, he himself kind of went for the all-in where he like stopped probing, and he was the one who decided to try and end it. Whereas realistically, like if he wanted to, he could have like, you know, opted to go for a longer game or a different style. Like it wasn't like he was forced all in, I should say.
Yeah, the proxy Stargate was keeping him, you know, it was keeping him safe, you know, keeping Demi on his toes and keeping him back, playing on the defense, which is very helpful, and giving JusticeSimon a good economy and the ability to just macro up, but he decided to just go for an all-in push, which in the end didn't work out.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Twilight Row will probably gonna be either Blink or Glaives, most likely Glaives, but it's JusticeSimon. Nope, that's an Adept.
Yeah, like I kind of don't want it to be Glaives, but at the same time, like, you know, this is an older map, you know, this map was here in the last season, so like Glaives I guess would make sense.
And a map is in a map that's been as played as this one, usually like the more standard type of push prevails, since people know like the cheesier things, like where you can blink from, stuff like that. So it'd be harder to get like a good like blink all in off, but the Glaive Adept push is just a tried and tested age-old move that is just really dominant, really good. There's the DT follow-up, so it's definitely gonna be Glaives.
Yeah, so
oh boy.
We'll see how committed this is. I love the DT, the Dark Shrine. There's a couple of like different variants where you can like spin off or like pivot from the Glaive Adepts, but this is the more common one, and oh, Demi with that Overlord speed gets in.
Yeah, he sees everything. He knows the Glaives with the DT follow-ups coming in, which is very helpful here for the defense. God, I'm so bored of Glaive Adepts. It's just constant. It's so boring.
I 100% agree. That's why like that's why I love the latest patch and how Stargate play has become so much more common. But every now and then, you know, someone like JusticeSimon is like, you know what? I'm gonna go Glaives. It's like, god damn it, man. Stop. You know, open up with some Void Rays. You know, we got the Stargate.
Yeah, he hasn't even started the Glaives upgrade, actually. Is he just going for DTs?
I guess so, because, I mean, we do have 4 gateways, so this does kind of line up with a Glaive Adept opening, but as you said, no upgrade.
Yeah, he's just warping in 4 DTs. This is interesting. Oh, he's going for an Archon drop. He didn't even get Glaives. Interesting.
Yeah, this is
So he just went straight for an Archon drop.
This is interesting because this is a lot more old school. Like this was a lot more prominent, like in 2019.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I think what's cool is that Demi scouted it and it looks like pretty normal, like for a glaive opening. So JusticeSimon is doing something a little bit more like quirky.
Yeah, this is something we haven't really seen as much due to the strength of the glaive adept push, which is just popularized like earlier this year. And it's just been like the bane of my existence as a caster and player for the entirety of the year. God damn it, Zest.
It's like, God, it's all your fault, Zest. It's all your fault.
Yeah, he didn't want. He started doing it. And people were like, this is ridiculously broken. Let's all do this. And then ZvP got boring because it was either Stargate opening, which I can cast with a blindfold on, or glaive adepts, which is just all right. Here come the glaives. Oh, they're killing drones. Oh, he's shaded over here. Oh, here are the lings. There's some queens here too. Wow, it ended up with killing 10 drones.
Yeah, but we don't have any of that here, and I love how Demi, he's going in for a follow-up scout. He sees everything again. He didn't see the forge in the back of the natural, which is a big tell for what JusticeSimon is doing. So yeah,
it points towards this being like a +1 timing of some sort. Possibly, you know, like an Immortal Archon Zealot kind of push.
Oh yeah.
What is it, the Soul Train, as they call it?
It can hit very hard, especially if your opponent doesn't know what's coming. An easy way to help shut this down is if Demi did get a Baneling Nest to complement that with his army, but he's opting not to go for that.
Yeah, skipping out the Banelings, just focusing on the Roaches and Lings. Yeah, this +1 is also going to be later than JusticeSimon, so when this hits, it will hit.
Oh yeah. It will hit hard. And okay, so JusticeSimon, he's being annoying, you know, getting his Archons back in again. I think something that's really peculiar is that Demi already got his Infestation Pit. I don't know what the plan is. Is he gonna go into Infestors? Like, it feels a little bit early for Hive.
Yeah, it's definitely early for Hive. Like, you don't want that like before like 9 minutes.
Yeah, like you don't want to get a Hive on 3 bases typically, you know. Like
Only starting its 4th now at about 7 minutes.
Like I don't know if that was an accident. We'll see if he does anything with it, because he got it pretty early and he hasn't done anything with it, you know.
He hasn't made anything with it. Also, this is probably gonna be a +2 timing, actually, not a +1 timing, since he hasn't moved out yet. Or I could just be talking on my ass, and he's just gonna get upgrades and then like move out when he feels like it.
Yeah, I would say that he probably, you know, one option is to go for the +1 timing, and then because of what he's been scouting, because of what he's seen, because the 4th base is relatively late and Demi has a decent army, he's like, you know what, I'm not going to go for attack, I'm just going to continue macroing up and just get a stronger army.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. Like that Archon drop's getting quite a lot of information for him. And of course the Archons, lots of Archons. Very important in an army as thick as this one.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. So
yeah, boy.
Yeah, like we finally have the Hive. Hive is on the way.
Yeah. Good Hydras, so he's probably going Hydra Lurker.
Yeah. I imagine so. Again, it does feel a little bit off, because typically you start like the Lurker Den and the Hive at the same time. So then when it's done, yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just a little bit confused. I
don't know what Demi's going for. Like, he's getting Hive. He doesn't have a Lurker Den. Is he just gonna make Vipers? Like,
he could.
He could, but he doesn't have Lurkers to fling things into. Oh, he's gonna have to recall back. This was a good counterattack. It forced him to recall because he had nothing at home. JusticeSimon was gonna commit.
Yeah, and like this buys Demi so much more time. Again, there we go. Things are starting to make sense again. We got the Lurker Den on the way.
It's late, but at least it got here.
Look, Demi recently, he's been focusing on his studies. He's only just like maybe a week ago started like practicing again. He's getting into the swing of things. It's a little bit wonky, it's a little bit mistimed, but you know what? Like, JusticeSimon is giving him that time to get set up with the Lurkers.
Yeah, the Hydra count is getting up too. Yeah, once he starts getting these Lurkers out, it should be pretty difficult for JusticeSimon to do much with this army. Yeah, Lurker's a very strong unit.
Oh yeah,
Very strong in ZvP.
yeah. The problem is that right now there's no Storm, there's no Colossus, there's no Disruptor. Like there's nothing really to stop a high amount of Lurkers, and they're already 7 on the way.
Oh, here we go. It's Scarlet versus Astray again, except without the Blink DTs.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Jesus.
By the way, that was a very good series. I recommend watching it. The DreamHack NA Finals. Unfortunate, like season finals group that Scarlet got though.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What was it? It was Several and Time and Innovation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like she's one of the few people that can beat like match Innovation, but you know it's still Innovation.
Definitely, and as all that was happening, like Demi, he went for a counterattack with roaches, which is so smart because you want to get rid of the roaches eventually.
Yeah, they just inflated supply. Like when, like the only way to get off of roach tech is to just like trade them out. Yeah, it's why I don't like roach tech. You have to commit to it really hard, but it's so much inflated supply that you just kind of get stuck on it and you can't really transition out of it easily.
Yeah, yeah. We've all been there as a Zerg. Like you go roaches and then you're stuck on it too much, and you're maxed out, and you want a different army. And if you trade too poorly, then you just leave yourself vulnerable to a counterattack. But Demi, he did a really good job. He killed 12 workers. He pulled JusticeSimon home again, and now Demi, he has like a pretty terrifying army.
Yeah, and he's looking to counterattack again, which can probably pull back the entirety of JusticeSimon's army. This is a very nice lurker count. How many lurkers does he have? 16. Oh, that is terrifying.
Jesus Christ.
That is a terrifying lurker army.
Oh,
this run by is gonna free up some more supply and get even more econ down from JusticeSimon.
Yeah, like he pulls the army back, you know, Ling's at the 4th base, Ling's in the main as well. Like, sure, it's gonna get cleaned up, but like, Demi, he doesn't care, they're just Lings.
Yeah, he's gonna start sieging up here. Oh, just lurkers. There's lurkers, alright. They're going for the wall.
Oh god, the wall stands no chance, it crumbles to the ground. There are so many lurkers and Storm isn't even done yet.
Oh my god. Oh, this entire army is gonna get shredded. There's so many lurkers. That's like all of the Archons dead. At least on this side.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Demi. My heart. Oh. He's going sicko mode. What the? There's so many lurkers.
Yep, and there's just nothing to stop them. I mean, Storm did just finish. I don't think there are any High Templar though. There we go, so a couple being warped in now.
Yeah, it should help clean this up a little bit, but at the same time, like, oh, those High Templar just got destroyed. And GG's called. Demi, 2-0. I didn't prepare my sound bit today. I'm not gonna bother.
You know what? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
GG, well played, Demi. He was having none of it. He went down to JusticeSimon last week. This week, didn't drop a single map.
Yeah. Very, very quick.
Oof.
What a game. That was, that was a series. Demi just playing it. He just played JusticeSimon like a fiddle.
Yeah. Like,
he was like, hey, you gonna push out? Nope, no you don't, come home.
Exactly, like Demi, he really showed, like, if you're struggling as a Zerg player, like, even though Demi, he may not have had like the most crisp timings, it didn't matter because he just kept buying himself time. You know, he kept forcing JusticeSimon home, kept forcing him to stay away, and he was able to gather that high lurker army. He didn't even get Vipers.
He didn't need them. He had so many lurkers. You could just walk up and just press borrow. Honestly, you could just get up in their face, click borrow. And it worked out quite well for him, because lurkers are in a very good spot right now.
Oh yeah,
it's very good.
And with that, he moves on to the next round. We do have a couple of other updates. Nothing too surprising, you know, so far. Like, all the heavy hitters are making it to the next round, and that's where things get a little bit more juicy. Things will indeed get the juicy.